As you can see by my God Squad, I just unlocked 99 overall Hammerin' Hank, who, let's look at his attributes, is insanely good. 119, 125 contact, 113, 125 power, 125 clutch, almost a diamond fielder, 89 fielding. Just get him to parallel 1 and he'll have diamond defense. The speed is good enough. It's basically just an addition. But this card is insane. He is a part of the Set 2 collection. Obviously, if you guys played Set in Season 1, you understand how this works. You just collect Set 2 players and you get rewards. So today, I'm going to be explaining how I got Hank Aaron, aka Hammer Hank, in this collection done pretty quickly. So as you can see, these collections are probably the best. They're probably the best cards in the game every season. Like this 99 Rich Gossage is insane. Like 115, 125 per nines, 125 pitching clutch, great velo, big poppy, really good against lefties and maxed out against righties. And then all three of these guys, I mean, they're all studs. There's no wrong decision, but it's really not that difficult to get the first boss, in my opinion. People are always like, the casual players are always telling me that it's super challenging. I think it's challenging to get 300 or 230. Like in the Set 1 collection, I actually got the last boss after the season ended, like a week after. And regardless of me being no money spent, I sweat this game. So I actually don't think it's that difficult to get the first boss and maybe even the second boss. So the first thing you guys should be prioritizing, and this is what I did, was prioritize Team Affinity first, because Team Affinity is the best way to get Set 2 cards. Literally, if you complete Team Affinity, which is a long grind, and I did it really fast because I sweat this game, but you can do it within a couple of weeks if you're a casual player. If you get 100% on every single program, that's 90 cards, because you have an incognito card for every team, captain card for every team, and then a future stars card for every team. So if you complete Team Affinity, then you get 90 cards just like that, and that's literally 5 away from that Rich Gossage. Now for the XP reward path, obviously these are free cards that you get from playing the game, but I actually sold all of these cards because I went through it so quickly and their prices were a lot higher than what they'll be at the end of the game. If you're like in the beginning, at this point, you might as well just keep the cards. Like no sell, no sell, no sell, no sell. So like if you do the Team Affinity and you get those 4 non-sellable packs, you're at 94 and you literally need one more player. But I mean, if you keep working through this, the amount of Set 2s you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and by the end of the season, there's no issue with locking these guys in because they're going to be dirt cheap. So let's just say you do the XP reward path and Team Affinity and you keep everybody. That means you're at 101 cards. Now if we go to other programs, this is going to be what takes you from Rich Gossage to your boss pack and even Big Poppy. There are so many programs here. The Kaiju series program, I mean, like there are a ton of Set 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 101 plus 12, that's 113. And then Incognito is what, like another 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 125. So that's literally 5 off from Ortiz. And then you have Tops Now. Tops Now, in my opinion, is probably outside of Team Affinity the best way to do it. It is so easy to get these done. You literally do moments, and then you play like a couple conquest games, and you get the PXP missions done. But, I mean, looking at the amount of cards here, I'm not going to count them, but like you have these 4, obviously you can't get all 4 now, but by the end you will. And then they typically give you you typically get 12 to 13 cards every single week. And we've had 4 weeks, right? We've had 4 weeks of this, so that's near 50 cards. So if you do, my number one tip is to just focus on the online or on the offline stuff, because regardless of the fact that these cards aren't really going to be on your team, you really should get these done, because you're getting free cards that are non-sellable that you can just lock into the collection for free. Like this Seiya Suzuki card, he's never going to touch ranked seasons for me. He's not going to touch ranked seasons for most players, but he's going to help you get to that first boss pack. So after counting up the Tops Now cards, right now, if you do every single thing offline, if you don't lock in a single player, excluding Team Affinity, if you lock in your Team Affinity, XP Warpath cards, those cards you have to lock in. But if you do everything like in the game that they give you, that literally gives you exactly 160 cards, which is what you need for the first boss. So just like that, you already have 160 cards. Now, obviously, it's a lot of time to do all these programs, but that's 160 cards, and that's not even including the cards from the collection that you can lock in. Like, you can lock in Goose, you can lock in Big Poppy, and they'll count towards the collection. So that's another thing, and we haven't even gotten into the online play. Now look, the ranked seasons program is very difficult. I have barely touched ranked so far this season. I'm probably going to start grinding it soon, obviously, because the season's ending soon and I want those stubs. But now look, this is so much more challenging than the first one, but you can get another card here, set 2. There you go. Another set 2, and then another set 2, and these are all non-sellable cards. Like, it's really not that difficult. I'm trying to tell you guys. Events, another great way to get set 2 cards. Now, events are kind of boring, honestly, because the rewards are always pretty trash. But literally, like, if you get 25 wins, if you get 35 wins, you're getting 5 set 2 players. Rewind, you get 1 through, like Alex Gordon, Brett Saberhagen, Harmon Killebrew, and then an Alter Ego pack. You're going to be getting cards online as well. It's just not as quick because you have to play a ton of online games, but they still give you cards. Now, the one online mode I haven't mentioned yet is BR. BR isn't necessarily the best way to get these collections done, but they can in a way that isn't direct to help you. Like, for example, all of these henchmen are core cards. The silvers, the golds, and the diamonds. They're all core cards because they're below a 90 overall. Every card that's below a 90 overall is a core card. And obviously, you're going to want to keep these guys if you're still working towards Corey Seager. But if you're not, these are a ton of stubs that you can be getting. And now they did make this pack non-sellable, which I still hate, but that's another free card. That's going to be a really good card for your team and another card for the collection. So if you do the BR program, you're going to have a ton of stubs to make and you'll get 1 card, but it also helps you in another way. Looking at the market, there are hundreds of set 2 cards that you can buy. So basically, the stubs that you're making off of selling those core cards from the BR program, you can use them to buy set 2 cards. Now, a lot of these guys are expensive because we still have a long ways to go in this season. But I mean, they have a ton of henchmen from the Alter Ego packs. Like, let me bring up, like, Hal Newhouser, 17K. That's really, really reasonable. A really, really reasonable price, and that is a set 2 card that you can buy. So the subs that you're making off of the BR program, you can use to buy more set 2 cards. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I did not end up debuting Hank Aaron. If you guys can't tell, I'm kind of sick, so I didn't really want to go through an entire gameplay video. But regardless, I hope this helps you guys out. But yeah, the number 1 tip is to just get your grind on offline, because that's going to be a lot quicker than the other modes. And you're going to be getting a lot of cards that are not only going to help your team, but will most certainly get you close to your first boss pack, or even your second or even third when the season is winding down. But regardless, if you guys are new here, follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. But most importantly, make sure you're subscribed right here on YouTube. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.